Yeah, Justin Gonzalez says, seems like more people are finally realizing that Dana is lying every time that he speaks about Khamzat. As brilliant as he's been with the UFC, it seems like he's becoming less and less truthful, I guess he's saying, about when Khamzat's going to fight. And that's because Dana's just trying to, he knows he's got visa issues, things like that. It's hard to get him a fight right now because they're not going to Abu Dhabi. But I agree too. I mean, this guy's got a fight, and they're finally starting to put it out there now. El Tapo Mactapo, a regular, long-time listener. You know, Conor only has 2 fights left on his contract plus sunset clause. This could be his last fight. Yeah, I don't know, man. When I'm watching McGregor Forever on Netflix, if he does take a money fight, then the career is probably over at that point, like in boxing or something like that. But if he seems hungry to me still, and he's only 34. You know, he's at the end of that peak time performance, but he's still very capable of winning. Make no mistake about it. You got Roll89IT, I believe, says, but I thought it was his old coach's fault. That's what people who don't know anything said. People blamed him, saying it was his fault when his striking is good. Talking about Edmund Shabazian. And that was a crazy win by Anthony Hernandez this past weekend. Unbelievable win. Back to Khamzat. King Terzi says, Adesanya running from Khamzat per usual. Usman asked Dana, then Dana shut it down. The UFC is messing up Khamzat Chimaev. And that's what you keep getting from person after person. D. Micah Reynolds says, Dern, ? I believe the girl. She put a beat down on the chick she was fighting. Angela Overkill Hill. Future champion, very well rounded and tough to beat. She will run through Thug Rose and be champion. Her skills are top tier, the perfect package. And she's got a little ways to go, but I'm with you. I'm with you, Reynolds, on that. And then Wafik says, that is sad. Looking at Diego Ferreira's KO of Michael Johnson, which was totally unexpected. Not necessarily before the fight, because anything is possible, and Diego Ferreira is a very good Brazilian fighter. But when you watch that fight play out after the first round, and you're like, oh man, Michael Johnson, I'm saying it during the reaction. As I'm watching the fight is going Michael Johnson's way. And then here comes the right, bing, and it's over. And I mean, it was over. If there's ever been a fight that was over on one punch, that was Diego Ferreira's KO of Michael Johnson. So you got all these things going on in the UFC right now. We got a week off this week. So we're really looking at the future and what big fights are coming up. There's a lot of them, but none is bigger than Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. And as soon as they announce Khamzat, that's the biggest upcoming fight. Khamzat is right. He's the money guy. Excuse me. Khamzat is the money guy. Make no mistake about it. You know, if it's not for a title, some guys are going to want to fight him right now for the money, especially a Usman, who is getting toward the end of his career. Don't get me wrong. He's getting toward the end. So he wants the money fight. So now all of a sudden, it's like, I'll fight Khamzat. Let me fight Khamzat. Well, where was this 2 years ago when you were the champ? And you acted like Khamzat didn't exist. And now you need Khamzat. And Khamzat should say, no, I'm not fighting you. But the bottom line is Khamzat wants to fight so bad, he'll lock himself in the octagon against anybody. Please believe it. I mean, he will lock himself in the octagon against anybody. So these are some of the trending topics right now. Khamzat trending big time because everybody wants to know. They want that fight to be booked and official and then start the discussion. The discussion's already underway, but until it's official, you really can't lock in on the discussion. But it seems more and more, especially now with Paulo Costa fighting Ikram Aliskerov, that this fight against Usman is going to happen. I mean, it's just that there's no one else talking about any other fight. So any other fight announcement for Khamzat would be a shocker. And I hope they put this fight in the main event so it's a 5-rounder, because Khamzat needs to be tested in 5 rounds too. You know, not to say it ever goes that far. And then, you know, you get a guy like Usman that might be thinking this could be a potential 5-round fight, and then Khamzat's going to go in there and finish him in the first.
He's gonna fight, wait, he's gonna fight, wait, hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height, yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might, saying step up, wanna fight, hold up, think twice, gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon, walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded, wake up, hey, where you at, hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat.